coming up next on Code 20. Alrighty, we're heading to a traffic collision involving a pedestrian. 900 Northwestern. I feel like we've had a lot of these lately. It's been a lot of cars hitting people, and usually the people don't do too well, surprisingly. This guy's not driving very well. Let's see if we can get around him. But yeah, we've covered quite a few of these. Oh geez, guy on a motorcycle just popped out. Sorry, a scooter. Don't get those confused. Dude, put your feet up, bro.
Ambulance hit and run felony, 1455 West Sunset, 1455 West Sunset. It's code 3 incident 4768 and RD 1184.
This guy's feet are still down. Broski.
He thinks it's a motorcycle.
I don't even know about that.
20 traffic.
For 536, 1455 West Sunset, hit and run felony. The vehicle stayed. Any damage on the front? Yeah, mirrors taken off, and what else? Front? Yeah. All right. Excuses, that's all I'm hearing. All right, well, I'm gonna go for it then, if you're not gonna handle it. 455 is gonna be around 1455 West Sunset on a hit and run felony, unknown certs. Okay, Gabe wants to play. There's too much traffic.
You'll be paid to it if you cert now, either way.
Maybe, maybe not. Do you wanna meet me there, or? We had an officer-involved shooting. Well, we think it's an officer-involved shooting. They haven't confirmed it yet.
I'd have to sit in traffic.
I know, the bane of our existence. Oh, the bane of our existence. Copy that. I'll be en route on the hit-and-run felony, 536-810-8. We had a shooting earlier. Keith was at. It sounds like it's a. It's weird how it came out. The officer said, "Shots fired. Officer needs help," and he requested an RA for a victim with a gunshot wound. 784 copy. He said, "I need a RA for a male with a gunshot wound, unconscious, not breathing." And LAPD PIO would not confirm that it's an OIS because I don't even think they know. But they didn't send out a presser on it. They just put on their Twitter. They said that a PIO was going to be en route with no other information. So it's like, okay. Keith's going over there to confirm it. I think he already fed. I assume he already fed. Let's take a look.
Been on Southwest frequency 48.
We're gonna get off on Alvarado. starting to get through some traffic here. I think we're good right here. Pacoima, Alex, for the video, it's Keith's video, it's going to be Pacoima officer needs help with gunshot victim, because again, we don't know it's an OIS. Either way, we know that someone's been shot and that officers has requested help at the scene. Alex, let's go take a look. Pretty wild footage from Keith. Officers running, trying to help with what's going on over there at that situation. Again, we don't have confirmation as of yet in regards to what that situation is. Our assumption is that it's an OIS. There was a bunch of news choppers overhead also after Keith was clearing off. Usually they only show up for something that is serious, and an officer-involved shooting obviously meets that criteria. It's just a little bit frustrating for us on the news side of it. I'm going to vent a little bit, so prepare yourself. It's a little bit frustrating because we're going to find out that it's an OIS, right? Withholding that information doesn't really help anything. It's clearly an officer-involved shooting, and even if it isn't, then say that it isn't, right? I've never understood that, where it's like officers don't want to say what's going on. They want to keep it this big secret, and it's like, when it comes to press freedom, how does that help anything? How does like not telling us what's going on help anybody? How does it help the department with transparency? How does it help the public know what's happening? How does it help us do our job and prevent us from speculating? Because right now, that's speculation. It looks like an OIS. It sounds like an OIS. They're treating it like an OIS. The media response, the rest of the media response is treating it like an OIS because they're looking at the same thing. But to just say, oh, there's a PIO en route, it's like, okay, that's cool. So, I don't know. It's a little frustrating, and that's pretty much it. I'll leave it at that. But when we get more information on it, we get a confirmation or anything, I will follow up. And that story will be on our site with the confirmed information. Because tomorrow we have, within 24 hours we get everything. But if you go to Key News, or what's the new link to? knn.news, right? We have a new link. I'll use that one. knn.news. That's KingNoraNora.news. If you go there, it'll take you to where you want to go. And from that point, we have a ton of information related to the stories that we cover underneath publications. You will find a wealth of information, tons of information. But yeah, I've never understood. We get that a lot, right? We go to a scene and we're like, hey, what's going on? Oh, I can't say. Can't tell you anything. It's a big secret. I'm like, I just want to know if it's a shooting. Is it an officer involved? Did you guys shoot somebody? Okay, cool. Whatever. Like, We're gonna find out. That's what I don't get. We're gonna find out, and then if you don't say what it is, then people start speculating. There's our engine 20. If you don't say what it is, then people start speculating, and then that's all you have. You have a bunch of speculation. Well, I heard gunshots, but I'm not quite sure what happened. Why would I want that? You know, the witness who doesn't really know what's going on, that's not good information, right? That's not good info. That was nice. The guy waited until the cars were coming to go. That's excellent. You know, that's not good info. We want official information, even if it's off the record. I'm not, you know, the officer is not getting put on blast. We're not saying like officer so-and-so said that it's an officer-involved shooting and it isn't, then he's in trouble. It's not like that. What is going on? What is the story? Is it not a story? Is it not a shooting? Is it total BS? Cool, we'll leave. We're out of here. Thank you. Goodbye. You know, and we've had officers lie to us too. The Burbank thing, we rolled up to that Burbank call, and guys, look at all the traffic. Gabe was right.
Go to 170. Go to 170. Code 3 is 4790.
What was that?
Traffic in the 6 across.
Oh. 499. Yes, you still up?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out where the PIO is going to be.
Copy. You have a traffic, Roscoe, in the 170. We went to that Burbank call. They said, oh, it's nothing, no big deal. It was like home invasion suspects that they had set up a thing for and taken into custody, and nobody ended up covering it because their radios are encrypted, and then they lied to us when they were there.
No traffic accident. Unless you have anything further, it's a false.
All right, this is going to be a false for engine 20, who's in front of us here. You know, they lied to us about there being anything going on, which that's shitty, right? Just say, hey, it was burglary suspects. We took a bunch of them into custody. Okay, cool, man. Good job. Excellent. You guys did your job, got the bad guys. This is fantastic.
Metro from Rescue 866. Can you put us on a still alarm structure fire?
Ooh.
I'll give you a size up on channel 9.
536, you copy. 66 is on a still alarm. They have a structure fire. 66 is just rolled up on a fire. So, you know, I just don't get that. I don't get that. And then you have the encryption where a lot of these, a lot of comments that we see from all around the country that they have, you know, their department is, their departments, their departments are encrypted. So you don't hear what's going on. There's no information transparency. And then it's up to them to release information when they want to release it. And it's like, what if they just don't want to? What if they don't want to release information? What if they want to just lie about what's going on? Not saying that's every law enforcement officer, obviously. Most guys that we deal with are good people. Ooh. 536, you got a 2-story church, heavy smoke showing. It's just frustrating. 536, you have a location, 2156 West Slauson. It's going to be right near their station, I believe, like right across the street almost.
Confirming it is a 1-story church.
A 1-story church now.
Approximately 50 by 75. We got heavy smoke showing. We'll be in the offensive mode. Give me an additional task force.
Um, 455 is going to go for staging. 455 David southbound, clearing off engine 20's call, no evidence, auto versus pet. Why is there so much traffic over here? We need to get the heck out of here. This is like crazy over here. What's going on? But yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, I think it's Dodgers letting out, right? Yeah, it's got to be. Yeah, Dodger Stadium letting out. You know, I'm not trying to crap on anybody. And I understand why some departments are doing the encryption thing because they want, you know, the officers to be safe. They don't want criminals to know what they're doing. I totally get that. But when you have a department that's encrypted, and then they're also lying about what's going on. It's like, that's not, and it's shitty too, because the Burbank guys that we've met are really cool. Like, they're really nice people. They're not bad dudes. But then when it comes to us doing our job, there's no way to do it, at a certain point. You can't get that information. And it's again, it's frustrating, but it's pretty dangerous stuff, actually, if you really think about it. First Amendment's a pretty serious thing, considering it's numero uno at the top of the list there. That's a pretty serious deal. And California, we have quite a few laws that protect us in doing our job, which is wonderful. We're very happy for that. But when you have certain agencies that don't want to have media transparency, or they don't want to communicate, or whatever the issue is, that causes major problems for us being able to do our job correctly. Which is why you have a lot of publications. Not ours, obviously. We wait for the facts. But a lot of publications, they want to get the information out there, and they'll start speculating on stuff. And we never want to speculate. We try not to. Obviously, here on Code 2.0, we'll talk about, hey, this is what we think it is. We have a feeling. You get a gut feeling about something. Or right now, for example, with Keith's OIS, again, we think it's an OIS, but we'll always preface it that way. We'll say, maybe an officer-involved shooting, maybe not. I don't know. We still have to wait for the confirmation, and that's where the publication comes in. So Key News Network, our actual publication, we only produce facts. That's it. So I'll leave it at that. Rant mode off. We're going to go cover, but as of right now, we are on to the next one. Alrighty guys, back here with us. We're going to be heading to a structure fire. It's going to be up on Mount Olympus in the Hollywood Hills. It's a confirmed attic fire. Yep, they're keeping everybody coming. It's going to be a large house. They're saying it's a $3.5 million house, is the information that I was getting from the guys on the radio. We are headed up there. While we're heading to this, before we get there, I do want to kick over really quick to Keith's footage. Keith has an interview with the LAPD PIO who showed up at the officer-involved shooting. It is confirmed as an officer-involved shooting. I know we were talking about whether it was or not earlier. Keith does have an interview. Keith does have an interview with LAPD. So, Alex, if you could, cue that up, and let's go let them explain what's going on, what actually occurred at that officer-involved shooting. So, let's go take a look at that.
Bruce Borjan, BRUCE, last is B as in boy, ORIHANH, Public Information Officer, Los Angeles Police Department.
And can you tell me where we are and what's happening here tonight?
This is preliminary information so far on what we know about an officer-involved shooting here in Foothill Division. Here's what we know so far. Around 8:50 p.m., Foothill Division Gang Enforcement Detail officers were in the area of Carl Place and Carl Street, about to conduct an enforcement stop on a black BMW. When they approached Carl Street and Carl Place, the front passenger of that black BMW exited the car with a gun and ran from officers. That suspect, only described as a male in his 20s, led the officers on a short foot chase here on Carl Place. Sometime during that foot chase, an officer-involved shooting occurred. The suspect was struck by gunfire and taken into custody. The officers did perform life-saving measures prior to the arrival of paramedics. The paramedics transported that suspect to a nearby hospital where he was pronounced deceased. The suspect's handgun was recovered at scene and will be booked as evidence. No officers or bystanders were injured during that incident.
Alrighty, we're heading up into the canyons here. I don't know if we're gonna have service. I hope we do. 455 is gonna be going code 6 here in seconds. I'll have my radio on me. I'm not sure if there's gonna be internet, but I'll be on comms here. We'll try to be. All right, we do have a hillside home. It's a large home up in Mount Olympus. Is a really nice area of the Hollywood Hills. One of the nice areas. And all the roads up here are cool. They're like Hercules Drive, Jupiter Drive, Apollo Drive, Oceanus. Mount Olympus is the main in and out, but all of the roads up here are all related to. Okay, where are we?
Subject is a neighbor of the white.
County 8 is asking for an assignment.
Dark glasses, correction, dark hair, wears glasses, no for description.
I got the company's placement. Did we figure out if engine 97?
They're laying a hose line. We're gonna park back here. Yeah, we're gonna park on the other side, facing the downhill.
Roger.
I think it's gonna be our best bet. I don't want to get. I don't want to get locked in.
Can you have the pairs of us, please?
It's a one story for sure. Engine 21 reports it's not a hillside home.
864.
Okay, one story, not a hillside home, but either way, we're gonna take a little bit of a hike up the hill.
Roger.
So here we go, Tay. Prepare yourself. Put the e-brake on. All right, sounds like they're loading the line right now. I'm gonna take a little bit of a walk. You okay with that?
Yeah.
All righty. Here we go. Jeez. Quite the hike, huh? All right. Sorry about that. We've got a single story, looks like, home from the outside with what looks like light to moderate smoke, but it is a confirmed attic fire. Attic fires can get out of hand really quick. That's why these guys are moving as quickly as they are. And they're getting themselves into position, expecting the worst, hoping for the best kind of situation. But there's more than enough resources here to handle this type of fire. Looks like they're getting handled though. All right, so they're grabbing the blower already, and they're gonna get, looks like they're gonna start getting some air in there, try to blow it out. Still a decent amount of smoke in the attic, but we'll see what ends up happening with it. It looks like they're getting a handle. Again, you have to be, these guys are really good at it, obviously, but attic fires, every once in a while, they run the length of the house and they start lighting fires in walls and all over the building, and you can lose a building with no interior fire, just fire in the attic and walls. These guys are fantastic at handling this, and there was a fire many years ago, around the time that I started, well, a little bit after, about 5 years in. We had a fire in the Hollywood Hills similar to this with an attic fire going, and guys were pulling ceiling, and one of the firefighters unfortunately lost his life in that incident. That was many years ago, but again, it can still be a dangerous fire. So even though it's we always say just an attic fire, but at the end of the day, it's still a hazardous situation, and these guys know what they're doing. But you can tell, I mean, the smoke is dissipating. They already got the blowers in. I'm assuming they found the seat of the fire. I'm looking at the conditions changing. I think we're getting a little more smoke in the back now. So they might be having a hard time finding the seed, but we'll sit here, we'll hang tight, we'll see if conditions change, but I'm not gonna leave until they call it official knockdown. I think our best shot's over here. So the conditions, it's a lot quieter over here too, which is nice. Looks like the conditions have improved on the fire. Not even anywhere as near as much smoke coming out now as when we first got here. Not a huge thing. Normally, anywhere else we would say, we're out of here, we're on to the next one. But because of the location on this one, we're still gonna process and send it. Again, I'm gonna wait for an official knockdown, but it looks like they got everything handled pretty much from here. So that's gonna just about do it. We're gonna finish up with this. If nothing changes, we'll be on to the next one. But it looks like things are drastically improving. So we'll be on to the next story. Alrighty, we're just rolling up at a interesting call. It's a 459, so a burglary call with a suspect vehicle that was a U-Haul that was driven into a business near the intersection here. I'm not seeing anything just yet, but it sounds like they drove a U-Haul into a business and then assumed that they stole some property. We are in the area looking. Autobahn Market. There's a lot of stuff around here. It's a code 2. It's not code 3.
I don't know, man.
I know. Look,
Might be worth checking the other side too.
you go up there. I'll look down here. Go. All right, Gabe's gonna look up Barham. I'm gonna keep looking around this area. We're looking for like broken glass or anything. Anything that's kind of obvious that someone drove a vehicle into a building.
I think a firefighter. Thank you, rescue. Are we having a medical emergency at 95?
1919, he advises he still hears the child crying on Sherman Way. She's stepping out to our balcony.
County 85? That's not good. This is the intersection here.
Phoenix 21, 15 to 20 for 2.
I don't see any damage. You seeing anything?
No.
It could be behind this building here.
Right now. I'll let you know.
I don't want to go down there though.
Copy that. PC2, engine 85. We're gonna designator for this.
Go ahead. You can just transmit on base.
85.
455-61 direct. Don't tell Gabe your lights are way bright.
Don't tell Gabe, but your lights are way bright.
But where?
1583, show us the road. No other issue here.
You see any glass or? Oh, there's LAPD right there. Hey, there's the unit right there, 536. They just passed us.
85 copy. You're headed over here. Negative, I'll call you.
All right, let's see where they end up. But they did say that is North Hollywood, right? Let's see if there's a 15
an
on it.
auto garage with like a car on a lift. The front was open. It didn't look
Yep,
like
15 North
damaged.
Hollywood. No, I heard the intersection. It's in the RD, so the RD does go up Barham over here. Not 100% sure. That might have been the last seen location was Barham and Cahuenga.
Yeah, it might be this place here on the left. I'm not sure.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe. I've never noticed that before. Oh, it could be. Oh no, it's here. It's here on at DeWitt. Here it is. Oh wow, yeah, they rammed a U-Haul into the liquor store. Oh my goodness. Alrighty.
Here's 13050 Barbara.
Tay, you're right. You're right. Tay's always right. There's a parking lot. There's a parking lot over here on the left. I think we can all pile into.
Same people that did that AutoZone.
That's wild. Crazy. Alrighty. Alrighty, let's, Gabe's gonna handle this one, but let's at least go take a look. It sounds like they're clearing the location right now behind us. There's 3 officers and 2 units. You can see the sergeant here has his firearm drawn. Gabe's grabbing his stuff, and we're gonna go take a look. Oh, Why do I have hiccups all of a sudden? Jeez. It's a nice area too. We drive by here all the time. This is a cute restaurant. What is this? This is really nice. Gala Thai. Just watch the cable here too.
Thank you.
Yeah, wow, they backed into the. They looks like they backed the truck into the building. Hello. Hey. Just hang tight. Yeah. Well, I mean, set up obviously, but I don't want to cross the street until they clear it. Why a liquor store? Lotto tickets.
Lotto tickets.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let my guys know back home about this.
Okay. Yeah, definitely an interesting. Definitely an interesting one. It's got to be Lotto tickets. Has to be.
That guy's massive.
That dude's jacked. Holy crap. Gabe's taking care of that right now. We're gonna go over, look at his footage, watch what he captures. Right now, Alex, if we could, let's switch over to Gabe's camera and take a look. Stop. That goes in the blooper reel. What was that? Imagine Gabe's there with his hands behind his back, and I have my hands up, and I'm moving the camera for him. That'd be a good one. So, what's that?
There's no sign for Cahuenga at this intersection.
Huh.
Oh.
Huh. Looks like it's code. Did they actually put out the code 4 or? No? Okay. Search is obviously over because they're all out. I just want to know if it's Lotto tickets or not. I assume it is.
Yeah, look at the top of the saw. The sign's on the ground.
Yeah. What was that in the roadway? Piece of the U-Haul or?
It was like a piece of like rain gutter.
Oh, okay. So off the corner of the building here?
Maybe.
All right.
Or you're part of the U-Haul.
Part of the U-Haul.
Because it was white.
Probably. Probably. All right.
Well, I would like to get close-ups of the interior.
Well, Sarge, we good? Sarge, good? All right, cool. Go take a look.
Oh boy, it is just white.
Look at that, huh?
It's a little hard to expose. We'll get the light on. So, where were you 20 minutes ago? Were you driving a U-Haul?
You're asking me?
Yeah, where were you?
I'm driving a U-Haul.
Oh.
At Barham and the 101. That's crazy, huh? Did they actually make it in? They must have made it inside.
They have to, you have to like climb through the gate. But
if the cops made it inside, then bad guys made it inside too.
So because we got the background, which is the alcohol, and then we have the
It has to be a van, though. If it's one of those box trucks, it wouldn't have fit under the, you know what I'm saying?
No, it wrecked at the top of the sign.
No, the whole thing. If that was like a full-on box truck, this whole top sign would have been gone. It would have been pushed in. Unless they used the front.
The little U-Haul luggers are a little small.
Oh, you're saying they went nose in?
No, they got it for sure.
Then it has to be a van. There's no way.
There's just no way.
There's just no way. Can I look?
You can look. You can't touch.
I can't touch it? Just can't touch it a little bit?
You can touch it a little bit.
Your favorite menu.
It doesn't even bother me anymore.
Oh, good. I'm glad you've moved past that. That's wonderful. Alrighty. Gabe's going to work on this for a second. He's going to talk to the supervisor and find out exactly.
I am?
I assume you are. Are you not? Gabe's going to talk to the supervisor who's here, find out what was taken. We're presuming a lot of tickets as of right now, but we're going to wait until we get some more information. We'll come right back.
All right, so this is the angle that we wanted to get, just a close-up of the damage to the front of the store. We can get better close-ups of the inside, and definitely smells like wine over here. I definitely see some lotto tickets. I don't know if that's just collateral damage, but there's definitely a lot of lottery tickets just strewn about in the front door. That seems to be the crime at the moment, people breaking into liquor stores and stealing lotto tickets and then cashing them in a different county. We good? I'm stuck to the tripod. The camera will not come off. Yes?
Code Brown? What's going on? How are you?
No, I'm good.
Hey, come over here. Let me talk to you real quick. What's your name?
What's that? I can't see.
What's your name?
My name's Todd Hoffman. I was the star of the movie Meatballs with Bill Murray.
Meatballs?
Yeah. You remember that movie?
Yeah.
Anyway, so
what happened?
I was having some hot tea, honey, and lemon. And because I couldn't sleep, which I do in the middle of the night, watch a little news, maybe CBS, hear this giant BAM! And I thought about an accident because they speed down the street all day and night. It's very bad here. And I look out and I see a truck headed into the liquor store. And they're yelling at each other, and I start yelling at them, "Hey, what are you doing?" And they carried out, I believe, the ATM. And then they turned the U-Haul, it was a U-Haul truck. They turned it around, they backed that up so they could unload the back, making it easier. And then I yelled at them again, "Hey, I don't know if they can see me up there." And so I called the police, 911. They were a little slow. And then they finally showed up. And I know the guys that own that liquor store. It's a neighborhood liquor store here. And, I felt like violated, man. They went through the front window. It was like at 4:15 in the morning.
How many guys did you see?
2.
So 2 guys?
And then It looked like they were going to go down this way to the 101, but they went that way towards Burbank. And I don't know. It's a U-Haul truck. It's something easy to spot. Maybe they got him. That's what I was hoping.
So is that all it was? Just one U-Haul truck, nobody else?
One U-Haul truck, two guys. I believe it was the ATM. I mean, the two guys were carrying it. It was about that tall. And I've seen the ATM over in that liquor store. So it looked like it was the ATM, but I didn't know if the ATM was bolted down. But they did throw that in the back, and they left the back of the truck open. So I don't know if stuff fell out of the truck on Barham, because people started running over it. Metal in the street.
Oh, wow, that's terrible, don't you think?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a great little neighborhood here. I mean, aside from we're doing 50 or 60 miles an hour here. It's really bad.
Give me your name one more time.
Todd Hoffman.
Spell it for me.
TODDHOFFMAN.
And you starred in what movie?
Meatballs.
You're the star of Meatballs.
Played Wheels.
Wheels and Meatballs. All right. Great.
In any event, everybody should pitch in. If you see a robbery in place, you should try to do something about it. That's all.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
You guys got here quick. Did you hear it on the radio?
Yeah, we did.
On the radio.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, it's a shame they had a few minutes over there, maybe 3 minutes. I thought they were going to capture it. Really sad.
Okay, so we just got finished done talking to a witness who said that they backed the U-Haul up. Apparently they took the ATM from the liquor store, drove north here on Cahuenga, debris in the road. He said he couldn't see too well, but it's kind of obvious when you're taking an ATM out of a liquor store. I think he said it was a crew of several people, and it looks like they weren't happy with each other. So that's all we know. The owner of the liquor store still hasn't shown up yet. We were hoping to get some surveillance video of the debacle going down, but I don't think that's going to happen. It's getting late. It's already 5 a.m. I want to go home. I'm sure you guys want to go home too. So we're just going to get this out. We got the interview with the guy. We got the footage. We got it all. So I think we're done here, and we're going to be I think that's going to do it for us today on Code 20. We will see you next week.